Abu Dhabi, UAE, and the broader GCC region. What is the unique position that they occupy in the world, right? It is sitting at a critical domain within the whole energy transition space, right? And I can think of no better, more suited region in the whole world that can drive that adaptation and the transition that is necessary to drive the necessary innovation and the necessary flow of capital supporting that innovation as it comes to addressing the impact of climate change. So climate finance, the term has been to some extent somewhat misunderstood. A lot of the initial discussion around climate finance was all about withholding capital from certain parts of industry and so on. That is a very narrow-minded perspective around climate finance. In our view at Investcorp, we feel that climate finance is all about driving allocation of capital in a manner such that it delivers a prudent, inclusive transition in terms of energy. B, it drives innovation in terms of new technologies, new products, new services that will help consumers and corporates adapt and mitigate the risks of climate change and reduce their carbon emissions. And C, it is capital that is necessary to commercially scale up these new products and solutions that are going to come out of that innovation all across the world. Because those solutions are needed everywhere, whether it's in the global south or in the developed west. Every part of the world needs those products and solutions, and the capital that is necessary to scale up those products and solutions for global implementation is really what climate finance is ultimately going to be all about. First and foremost, it starts with us. Right? You start with yourself. And we are very clear in terms of our net zero ambition. We have stated that we want to achieve net zero by 2050 in line with global commitments. And we've laid out a pathway to get there. But the second step is even more impactful. Investcorp, as you know, we have 50 billion in total investments all over the world. We have invested in more than 70 companies all over the world. That portfolio of companies that we have invested into, helping them drive towards reduced emissions, a lower carbon footprint, is another important element of Investcorp's commitment towards mitigating climate change. And then the third pillar, which is, in my humble opinion, the most impactful pillar, is what Investcorp is doing in terms of establishing a new investment platform that will invest capital in companies solely devoted to developing and scaling up decarbonization solutions for consumers and corporates worldwide. Right? Its 100% mission is to invest in such companies, help them scale up globally, and roll out their products and services at scale. And I think that is probably the most impactful thing that Investcorp can do in today's day and age to drive that decarbonization journey that we have all signed up to. When I was a little child, many years ago, the mantra used to be growth at all costs. You have to grow. Right? Then it became a little, kind of more modulated. It was, we have to pursue inclusive growth. Take everyone along with you. It's not just, all about your own personal growth. It's inclusive growth. I think the future, my, vision for sustainability is a natural second level evolution, which is, it is inclusive and sustainable growth. That is, in my humble opinion, the future of humanity, right? Of civilization at large. Inclusive growth, take everyone with you, and sustainable growth, so that not only do you not do any harm, you actually do good. You are taking care of the natural resources around you, the ecology around you, the environment around you, the planet itself that you inhabit. So there are really two layers of commitments. One is in my personal capacity as a human being, as a consumer. And my own commitment is to be very focused and very motivated to drive down my own personal emissions and commit to genuine sustainable consumption as an individual. But I think the second commitment, which is more important, frankly, given my role at Investcorp, a global investment firm, is to ensure that those three pillars that I had laid out earlier with respect to driving our own decarbonization journey and targeting net zero by 2050, helping our underlying investee portfolio companies also decarbonize and reduce their own emissions, and most importantly, drive capital towards new solutions and new technologies that will help the world decarbonize. That's my commitment.